Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Parblo Coast13 display tablet, and it's going to be very interesting because I have a lot of positive and negative opinions of this tablet. So let's get started. When you open up the box, you get the tablet, which is 13.3 inches in diameter. It is HD, which is awesome. It has 8 express keys on the side and also a touch ring, all of which work perfectly. I'm really happy about that. And then in one box you have the USB and HDMI cables, which are actually binded together. And there's also the user manual and the installation CD in that box. And in the other box there is the little case for the pen, which comes with the 6 replacement nibs and the tool for removing those nibs. And this box is actually super nice, super heavy. It's magnetic when you open and close it, and I don't know, I just really like it. I know that's weird, it's like one of my favorite parts of this tablet. But yeah, the actual tablet itself feels super heavy, really good quality. I love the screen. Your hand doesn't stick to it when you're drawing, and the actual tablet doesn't heat up when you're using it, which is really nice. So next I want to talk about the support for the programs that you paint in. It does support Photoshop, Paint Tool Sai, and weirdly Fire Alpaca from what I've tried, but it does not work for pressure sensitivity with Krita or my paint, and it doesn't support GIMP at all. I tried to even, make one brush stroke on the canvas, and it wouldn't let me do that. It kept making me right click for some reason. It kept moving me around on the canvas, and it just did not work with GIMP at all, which is really disappointing for me because you know that I work with open source programs, especially Krita, and I don't appreciate having to buy a painting program because of my tablet. So if they could get some support on some open source painting programs, that would be awesome. Weirdly, they just had support for Fire Alpaca. It worked well for Fire Alpaca, so I have no idea what was going on there, why that one and not why Krita or GIMP, which are the most popular, but whatever. The next thing I have to mention, which is a negative about this tablet, is that the pen pressure is only 2048 levels of pressure. It makes as much sense as having a camera that's only 720p, so like an SD video quality camera. In 2017, you're not really excused to have a tablet that's only 2048 levels of pressure. If it was 5 years ago, that would have been fine, but it's kind of like a backwards facing gun. This tablet does not pick up any light strokes, which I use a lot of light strokes in my paintings. That really bothered me because I would have to use a heavier hand, and it doesn't give me as much control as a tablet with more levels of pressure. So if you already have a tablet that's 2048 levels of pressure and you're used to that, that could be fine for you. It's not a big deal at all. And even if I wanted to use this tablet, if I liked it, I could still use it with this many levels of pressure. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of like, really? Why not more, Good thing is that this is an HD quality tablet, so it's really good resolution. Another negative thing about this tablet is that it would randomly stop responding for a couple seconds to a minute when I was painting. So I'd get in the zone, be having a good streak with my lines, and it was just gonna go well. And then all of a sudden, the pen would stop responding, and I would have to either wait, keep having to tap on the screen to get it to work, like right click, continuously press the spacebar, and it would just take sometimes up to a minute to actually start working again, which was really bothersome, of course, you can imagine. So driver problems with this tablet. And then, speaking of the pen, one thing I did not like about a pen, the shape of it was nice, the grip of it was really nice, but the button on the side of the pen is not raised, so it was super easy, as you're moving your pen around in your hand, like adjusting it, to accidentally right click, on the pen as it was moving in your hand. So a lot of times it would make me right click, and it would just be problematic because then I'd have to get off of that and go back to painting, and then the pen would stop working, and I was like, what? So yeah, that was kind of a problem. And then another thing that really bothered me was that the screen colors were always off. I tried to adjust the colors a lot of the times, but they were always a little too saturated and dark. As you can see, I'm putting up a slide of what the painting looked like on the tablet monitor and what it looked like on my actual monitor, and you can see it's much more saturated and darker. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. It would be nice if the colors were as accurate as they could possibly be, but they weren't really with this tablet. And the last thing that I thought was kind of a con, for me, it wasn't really a problem, but I can see definitely it would be a problem for a lot of you. There was no support included with this tablet, so you could only use it horizontally, or if you propped it up on the edge of your table. I personally used it in my lap, and that was fine for me. I didn't mind that, and I kind of liked how small it is and how easy it would be to put in your backpack if you wanted to travel. But yeah, if you wanted to use this like a Cintiq or a regular display tablet, it doesn't have a support. I was looking on their Amazon account to see if they do sell supports for it. I couldn't find one, but I heard somewhere that they do sell them, so maybe they do. But even if you could buy it separately, that's kind of like a pain, you know, you want to just buy one product with a stand, like you don't want to have to buy the tablet and then have to go buy a stand, right? So let's talk about some good stuff about this tablet. I was being brutally honest about the bad stuff and now some of the good stuff. I really appreciated that there was just one wire for the USB and HDMI. You know that a lot of times when you have your monitor and then your speakers and then maybe some other devices like your microphone, you know, hard drives, it's always like so many cables in the back of your computer, and the fact that this minimized like 3 cables or 3 or 2. Usually for display tablets that I've used, they have 3 cables, but this one only had 1. So the fact that it minimized the amount of cables was a huge plus for me. I really, really, really love that, and I wish more tablets would get on board with that idea. As I mentioned, the small size of it, I thought it was really convenient. Also, the fact that it was super good quality. The feel of the tablet, it was very heavy, and the quality of the tablet itself I really enjoyed. And so this would be a really good tablet if you were traveling or on the go. You could stick it in your backpack. You know, you couldn't do that with a bigger display tablet, especially if it had a stand. So in that sense, I did appreciate that it didn't have a stand. For me personally, it didn't bother me at all that it didn't have a stand. That was one of the things that I really liked about the tablet. But, you know, I'm mentioning it just so you don't buy the tablet. You're like, oh yeah, it's gonna have a stand, and it doesn't have one. And that would bother you a lot. So the next thing that I liked about this, weirdly, you know how there's all these things stacked up against this tablet? I still enjoyed using it, even though it kept like kind of glitching out. It didn't work with my painting programs. So the painting that I made was in Paint Tool Sai, and since the color gamut of the tablet wasn't that great, I decided to go with some weird colors for her skin and, you know, the whole painting, and I really enjoyed working with it. It helped me be a little bit more experimental, and so a good thing came out of this tablet. Some of the things that were cons for the tablet, I kind of liked, you know. Obviously they're not ideal, you don't want your tablet to have a bad color gamut, but because of it, it kind of made me be creative. I'm not saying you should get the tablet because, oh my gosh, it's so bad, it's gonna help you be creative. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it was not an unpleasant experience working with it, even though there were so many things going wrong with it. So this tablet is $449 on Amazon, and because of that price, and because of all the things that are stacked up against it, I do not recommend this tablet if you want to buy it. They have a lot of problems with the driver, and I don't appreciate that it doesn't have support, and the pen pressure is, as I said, kind of backwards. But if you're watching this in a couple of months, they have done some driver updates to the tablet, and now it supports some open source programs. And if you don't mind the 2048 levels of pen pressure, which, as I said, they're not horrible, it's just kind of like, really? And then, yes, I mean, I kind of would recommend this tablet. I like it personally. But yeah, right now, a lot of things stacked up against it and not so many good things about it. It's just a little bit expensive for what you're getting. One thing I have to mention is that the way this tablet was built was really good quality. So I was looking on their Amazon account, and they do sell other tablets, not just display ones, you know, regular tablets, and those ones had more levels of pen pressure, and they were very inexpensive. A lot of them were like $50 or $60 for tablets that were medium-sized, and so I'm not saying that this whole brand is not good. The only thing that I can see going wrong with those as well would be that they would not have support for open source programs. So it's just Parblo, you need to get on that. You need to have support for things like Krita and GIMP at least, just because a lot of people use those. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not going to trash the whole brand. As I said, I really enjoyed how the tablet was built, and I'm sure with driver updates, this could be a pretty good tablet. So yeah, I'm not exactly recommending this tablet, but if you do want to get this, I will have a $10 coupon code down in the description. So if you do buy this tablet, I'm also actually going to get $10 from your purchase. So you get $10 off, I get $10. I'm letting you know, full disclosure. But as I said, I'm not really recommending this tablet, so it's kind of funny that I'm like, hey, you can, you know, give me $10 if you buy this tablet, even though I'm like, don't go and get it. But yeah, you decide for yourself if you like it, if you want to get it. Yeah, those were just my opinions. Maybe I just had a negative experience with a tablet, and maybe you'll have a really good one. It's always possible. But yeah, I would be really open to trying out another one of their tablets, something that would not be display maybe, or maybe a better quality display. Also, this is kind of like a new release, so I've noticed with a lot of tablets that are new releases, there's a lot of problems with them driver-wise, and so I'm going to cut them some slack based on that, you know? They can always get that together, and so physically, for the tablet, the problem that I would have to mention is that the pen pressure should be a little bit higher, I think. For the price anyway, you know, if it was like a $200 tablet, then I would probably recommend it, you know, but it's $450, so that's a lot of money. But yeah, let me know if you like this review, if it was a little bit helpful, or if you do have this tablet and what you think of it. Maybe I just had a negative experience with it. And by the way, if you're like, well, maybe you didn't install it properly, I installed the tablet like 4 or 5 times. I tried everything to make sure that everything was working properly, and it did work properly, except in Krita, my Paint, and GIMP. One thing that I did not mention was like the accuracy, you know, from like the navigation of it, you know what I'm saying, where you put down your pen and where it appears on the actual tablet. It was really good. There are absolutely no problems with that. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up, or maybe even subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I put out new videos every single Sunday. I'm trying to first 2 weeks of college. It's been good by now, so hopefully I will still be able to keep posting. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!